Testing, testing. I think working. Okay. I don't know what's up with that. That was weird. Because my microphone was detected by the avatar. You could see me moving here, but the OBS was telling me device disconnected. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome once again to the Everythingomizer. Let's do the intro again. That music was indeed Fear Factory from Donkey Kong Country 1. So shout outs to Volkenstachen, who managed to get the correct song on their literal first message in chat. Welcome to chat. You've joined at a good time. We're very near the end of this. I don't know if you saw, but I posted a video today announcing that the finale will be this time next week. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get stuff done before then. We'll stay long on that Saturday, however long it takes to finish it. But the run will be done in a week. I'm sorry that it's gonna be at 2 a.m. for you, Benny. But if you show up anyway, we'll know you'll appreciate it even more. There's ads going on, so I'm going to, not do anything more than just kill guys. I'm going to try to get to 30 attack. How much is left is we have RuneScape, which contains the Go mode for Link's Awakening. And we also have Go mode for Shivers, Doom 2, and Lufia. And then we finish it all off with Clean. Still got another minute or two of ads, but the plan for today is to finish Dragon Slayer. I'm gonna need to take a couple of detours. I don't have enough steel bars remaining after hitting 33 smithing, which I did off camera, as I said. Just to avoid you seeing me mine iron, it took me like 3 hours. So definitely a good idea to do it off screen. Yeah, depending today, I'm not sure how much time it'll take me a little bit, because I don't know if you can see here. The big things that are going to be tough to get is I'm going to need 3 more steel bars, so I have to do a little bit more mining. I'll have enough to make half of these. And I'm going to need a total of 1,200 coins, which means that I'm going to need to go do a steel plate body run, which might take a while. It's pretty far out of the way, but is basically the only good way to make money in free-to-play. Well, as an Iron Man, the only good way to make money in free-to-play as an Iron Man. Okay, so for the Elsa Miser, there are a couple. I have heard nothing but good things about the way that the Yoshi's Island one randomizer works, and I haven't played it yet. I fucking love Yoshi's Island. It's one of my favorite video games ever. And I have heard that it actually is a really fun implementation. That, like, the abilities and things that get locked actually make the game feel very different. And yeah, I have literally never touched a Jak and Daxter game in my life. So I'll be playing it for the first time as a randomizer. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Oh, Mega Man 2. I'm excited to put on a game that I'm actually good at for once. Ads are over now. Welcome back. Yeah. Because I've played a lot of classic Mega Man. Hopefully I can actually do good at Mega Man 2. Because every other time I'm like, oh, I actually play this a bunch, and then I suck at it. I think it might just be because I'm not good at doing difficult gameplay while talking. Let's see, what else? I mean, Civilization, I'm actually kind of dreading. I have no idea how long a Civilization randomizer takes. And I'm not the best at 4X games. I like them, but I'm not great at them. Oh, if it's easier than vanilla, then we're gonna do fine. So actually, I have a couple questions for the viewers here. I mentioned it in the little status video. I'm probably not gonna jump directly into the Elsomizer. Like, oh, yeah. So I'm probably not gonna jump right in. I have a couple of ideas for things that I can do just to stream stuff. Because I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna like reinstall a bunch of stuff, hopefully fix my sporadic computer issues before I dive into another large run. I'm probably going to keep the options default. I think that's a pretty good heuristic. I feel like it's done well for us more than it's done bad for us. The only games I can think of that were really, like, I was really missing out with the default options were the Pokemon games, because they don't randomize your Pokemon, and Overcooked, because the default option, the default difficulty is just way too goddamn high. Yeah, I know. I'll turn on auto run. All right, fine. But I mean, I've played games where I have to hold run, like Super Metroid. You have to hold run the whole time. So anyway, between the randomizers, between the Everythingomizer and the Elsomizer, I wasn't sure. I had a couple of ideas. One of them, like I said, was blind playthrough of Elden Ring, which I haven't done. I finally picked it up, and I have never played Elden Ring. And all I really know about it is that there's one boss that's really, really hard unless that naked guy with a pot on his head fights her for you. And also, I think there's horses. That's pretty much it. Let's see. The other option was I could get a capture card, because I've been playing a lot of Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I could definitely see the speedrun for this game being an absolute blast. Maybe I could actually try to learn to speedrun instead of just being a casual fan of speedruns who has never actually done a run of anything. There's other things I could do. Occasionally, I could do like sync randomizers, like a couple of viewer randomizers as syncs for a couple of streams. That's another one. I don't know. Or any other suggestions? Quad Rando being Metroid 1, Zelda 1, Super Metroid Link to the Past? I could do that. That's another one, is doing some randomizers that aren't in Archipelago. Or like some weird Ship of Harkinian stuff. There's a total conversion of Ocarina of Time that makes it into Mega Man X, and I kind of want to play it. It's just Ocarina of Time, but all the NPCs and names are changed to Mega Man characters. There's also a lot of, like, the Super Mario 64 co-op mod has a lot of characters that I think it'd be fun to just be like, how about we just play through fucking Mario 64, but we're Kirby? Stuff like that. Oh, Bazaar. I need to play Bazaar. Fuck, I've got a lot of ideas. I'll make a Google Doc or something. I'll make a Google form for what I should play next in the in-betweens. But I want to give myself a couple of weeks to, like, shore up my computer, fix all of my technical problems, because I've been, like, since the Ark Apocalypse, I have been so goddamn paranoid about, like, my file system and having all of my progress on it that I haven't done anything to my computer. I haven't reinstalled things. I haven't updated most of my programs. My OBS is like a year and a half out of date. I just want, because after the run, I'm going to be out of town for a week. And then I want like another week to just update everything. Yeah, if there's another Ark Apocalypse now, there's not much left. So we'd be fine in that case, but I do still want to update some of my things. Like update my OBS, like update, like, do an operating system refresh is what I need. Yeah, I'm probably going to host the Elsamizer locally. The thing is that at the time, I wasn't sure. I didn't really trust my own hardware enough to host it locally. I was worried that if I did, there's a chance that my hard drive could die or something, but I'm just going to host it locally and just do regular backups, I think. And yeah, there's a lot of platformers. I'm excited. I like platformers. Oh yeah, without the web tracker, that means no web tracker, no cheese tracker. Shoot. I don't know. So the Elsamizer, when it starts, I'm not sure. Probably a couple of weeks after the end of the Everythingomizer. I will make an announcement for it whenever I start it. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for me to upgrade all of my stuff. I'm probably going to get like a new CPU and avoid the overheats and whatnot. Oh, the room asleep. I just reloaded. All right, we're back. Oh, as in, what is the most recent game in the Elsamizer? The most recent game will be the most recent game that gets added before I start. I don't expect a new version will come out before then. Oh, in the Everythingomizer. Okay. The most recent game in the Everythingomizer, I think might have been Lingo. Did Lingo come in 044? Let me see, actually. I'm curious. It was Lingo and a couple other things. Let's see. This is... Wow. It's officially like off the first page of GitHub releases. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, the most recent games added were Lingo, Pokemon Emerald, Doom 2, Shivers, Heretic, and Landstalker, and Mystic Quest. Fuck, man, if I started like a week earlier, I wouldn't have had to play Landstalker. Oh well. But it also meant that I wouldn't have Doom. Yeah, it was a pretty big update to start the run on. Yeah, it would just be kicking the can. That would just mean that I have Landstalker in the Elsamizer. I guess it's good now that I can just put it behind me. Yeah, so actually, let's see. What have we added since then? We've got Tunic, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Celeste 64, Zork. Even though Zork has been removed, it was added since 0.4.4. So I'm going to include it. And I'm going to put in the Zork 2.0 thing. Yeah, so we've got Tunic, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Celeste 64, Zork, Castlevania 64, Short Hike, Yoshi's Island. And then we've got... 4.6 added no new games. Then we've got Hat in Time, Aquaria, Bomb Rush, Cyberpunk, Superstar Saga, Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship Tournament 2006, Kingdom Hearts 1, Mega Man 2, RuneScape, but I played it in this one as a pre-release. Yacht Dice, Civ 6, Saving Princess, Wind Waker, Circle of the Moon, Phazanadu, Inscription, and Jack and Daxter, Shapes, and Super Mario Land. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the V2. Yeah, one of the things I was thinking of doing for the Elsamizer is doing something like, you know, if I'm gonna stream 3 days, doing like 2 days of Elsamizer, 1 day of other thing, right? So if I started a big run like Elden Ring in the interim, I wouldn't need to finish the run before starting the Elsamizer. I would just have one of my stream days be dedicated towards a non-challenge run thing. It would also give me time to catch up on my fucking YouTube editing. One more attack level, and then I'll be able to use this adamant longsword, which will be a huge difference. I have never actually been a big fan of the Game Boy Marios. They always felt really weird to me. I like the like quarter tile blocks were just felt really fiddly. I admit I never really gave them a huge chance, but playing them on the Game Boy, I never really got very far. But I mean, being the worst Mario platformer is still puts you pretty far above a lot of other platformers. Yeah. So it's not like I'm gonna be dreading it. I'm gonna be like, oh fuck, man, I had to play Super Mario Land. Just like, it's just not my favorite Mario platform. Yeah, that's a thing. It's very much like the fact that it exists on a Game Boy is pretty impressive. I feel like the Game Boy was like the last system where it was really a technical challenge to put a game on it, right? Like the just ridiculous levels of optimization that most Game Boy games took to exist at all. Like everything before it didn't have the capability of doing those things at all, and everything after it made it significantly easier. So the Game Boy is a very interesting system. Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, if it's a really powerful system and you're just like, oh man, how do we make something that can like take advantage of all of this graphics? It's a little bit different than I need to invent a new compression algorithm because our game physically won't fit on the cartridge, right? Like, there's the famous story, Pokemon Gen 2 almost didn't happen because they couldn't fit the game on the cartridge, right? And they're like, oh man, we're gonna have to scale back so much. We're gonna have to like have less gyms and less Pokemon. And then Shigesato Itoi, or no, it's not Itoi, Iwata, Satoru Iwata. Itoi was the Earthbound guy. Yeah, Satoru Iwata came in and rewrote their compression algorithm and saved so much fucking space they fit the whole Pokemon 1 into Pokemon 2. Like, that's the thing. I feel like Iwata, like, he was a very good president of Nintendo. Like, he did an incredible job, but I kind of wish that he worked on games longer. Like, just imagine the kind of stuff that he could have done, you know? But he definitely, like, that's the thing. They needed like 10 Iwatas. Like, There's just not enough of him to go around and do all of the stuff that he did. Yeah, fucking absolute legend. Legendary programmer. And just from all of the, like, Iwata asks, he just seems like a very fun guy. Yeah, and just, yeah, that was another one. Taking pay cuts so that people wouldn't have to get laid off. Like, that's absolutely fucking unheard of. God damn. I miss Iwata. Nintendo's doing fine. Like, they're doing okay without him. It's not like they're floundering. And that's another one. It's like, he did such a fucking good job, and the company continues to exist without him. Like, he set them up so well. Like, I have a feeling that if Gabe Newell ever dies or fully retires, Valve is going to implode. Like, Steam is a great platform for now. How Sonic and Knuckles blocks something. I don't actually know what you mean by that, to be honest. I did not have a Sega system growing up, and my first experience with Sonic 3 and Knuckles was playing it on a Sonic collection later on. So I don't know what you mean by that, actually. But yeah, Iwata's been gone for 10 years. Nintendo's still doing fine. He did such a good job leading the company, hiring the right people, and like just doing everything right and making sure that they were able to continue on without it. Man, God, Iwata was just such a good guy. I'd never met him. It's all parasociality, but he seemed very, very good at putting it. Yeah, he shaped the way Nintendo fucking works, right? Yeah, normally the CEO is the evil villain, but Iwata's really good. Yeah, he decided early on chasing higher hardware numbers was a mistake, and they should focus on the things they did well. And that has been Nintendo's MO ever since, and is the reason why I got a Switch 2 at launch day, and I literally haven't bought another home console that isn't Nintendo in 20 years. Sonic Knuckles and Sonic 3 are standalone. You can literally stack them on top. Oh, wow. That's weird. Sega did some weird shit in the 90s. I still remember, oh god, what was the name of it? I can't remember. They had a handheld system that was literally just a Sega Genesis with a fucking screen. You could just slot your cartridges directly into it. It was like the size of a Steam Deck. No, the Virtual Boy was different. Oh fuck, what was it? Hang on. Game Gear. It was the Sega Game Gear. Might have been called the Nomad somewhere else, but yeah, Sega Game Gear. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, it was just a big fucking brick that could just run a Genesis cartridge. Yeah. And fucking 8 batteries like goddamn breakfast cereal. Took 8 AA's, lasted an hour. Was the Game Gear a different system? What the fucking one I'm thinking of then? I might have been thinking of the Game Gear, and I just got wrong which cartridges went in it. Wait, isn't the Master System just the global name for the Sega Genesis? No? Okay. Yeah, no, the Master System is the old one. Okay. What was the Genesis called outside the US? The Mega Drive? Mega Drive. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, the US called it the Genesis. It's called the Mega Drive elsewhere. All right, almost there. I think 2 more guys. Maybe 1 more. Not quite. There we go. This should do it. 30 attack, 31 strength. This should definitely do it. Yeah. We talked about that earlier last time I was playing, I think it was Zillion. Yeah, the .md. You post a markdown file, all of the mods freak out. Yep. Okay. So now it is time for us to get some cash. God, I love being able to key in my pin. I don't have to hide the fucking screen anymore. It's such a good change. Alrighty. So, Clan Wars, teleport. Yeah, Zillion is the Master System, but it came up whenever I was playing Zillion because I incorrectly said Mega Drive. And then we started talking about the .md. All right. So you guys are about to see what's called a pro gamer very slowly, because I need to conserve my run in. But this is something I do at least once in basically every randomizer. Every RuneScape randomizer I do is we're heading here. I'm gonna have to run past some monsters, so we're gonna walk up there. We're gonna run past everything and then hopefully have enough run energy to get out. But we're gonna be a lot heavier then. Here's the part where somebody is going to log in on their main and start hopping worlds through free-to-play until they find me and then fucking obliterate me from orbit. There's my Chinchompa spots that are marked. What's left is Old School RuneScape, which contains the last go mode item for Link's Awakening. We also have already go moded and just ready to be cleared Lufia 2, which we have a save state about 50 floors in. We just have to resume from there. Shivers, which apparently has an absolutely ass-kicking final puzzle. So I'm getting fucking ready for that. And Doom 2, which has a couple of levels remaining, including the Icon of Sin. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. And then Cleek as the finale. Oh yeah, I have not been updating the spreadsheet because it's just so close to done. It hardly feels worth the effort anymore. I have the Black Knights highlighted because they're really fucking hard to see on the black background. I'm not on a Slayer task. I still got my sword, so I can cut through the webs. The icon of arc sign. The icon of tangent. I mean, considering how difficult it is to line up the fucking shot, the icon of sin is the archon of trig. Now here's the hard part. We have to find a world to start on. You're not worth as much. Okay. I will admit, I just got jump scared by Rick Turpentine. Okay, Doom is a very awkward game to play at first. You need to unlearn basically everything you've learned from other shooters. I mentioned it once or twice, but like in other shooters, your aiming is vital and your movement barely matters. I fucking I got disconnected when I did a world hop. But in Doom, your aiming doesn't matter at all, and your movement is very important. There we go. Ow, fuck. So there is an implementation of GZ Doom, which most Doom WODs use. All right, here's the part where I have to compete against all of the bots. Yeah, I'm more familiar with Doom 1 than 2 myself. Yeah, my house was kind of a pipe dream. That's just way too fucking weird of a mod. There are times where Doom 2 kind of feels like a Kaizo ROM hack of Doom. You know? Turning on my inventory viewer, because every time I world hop, it switches to the world switcher. It's actually not that hard to make a Doom mod. The modding tools are very robust. There's a huge community of like resources out there. Yeah, the hard part is just making something good that hasn't been done to death. It's like Mario Maker, but I would say it's probably even easier than Mario Maker because you have a mouse. Like, I'll tell you, I would have made so many more fucking Mario Maker stages if I had a mouse. Ow. He'd be dead soon. I only need 10 of these. Yeah, if they made a Switch 2 update for Mario Maker 2 that let you use the Joy-Con mouse, God, I would love that so much. I'd pay for it. I'd pay $20 for that fucking Switch 2 upgrade. Yeah, Mario Maker 1, I made so many more levels in Mario Maker 1 because the tablet was just a lot easier to work with. It's like, I know that the Switch has a touch screen, but that is your whole screen. In Mario Maker 1, you could have the level on the screen where you could see it and then draw your stuff on the tablet. It was better that way. Yeah, okay. There's this weird phenomenon. Fuck, I could make a note of this for like my various random video essays I should do. But there is this phenomenon where sequels to games that are objectively better in almost every way, but are just missing something unobtainable that makes the originals better. Right? Like, the first one that I noticed about that did that was actually there's a game called Destroy All Humans for the original Xbox and PS2. Um, and it was fantastic. I love Destroy All Humans. And Destroy All Humans 2, objectively, is the better game. Like, they smooth out a lot of the tedious parts of the gameplay. There's way more weapons, way more missions, so much, like, more stuff. All of the good things were different. All of the bad stuff was ironed out, and I fucking hate it. It's just such a bad game, and I don't know why. Yeah, the vibes were off. That's really it. It was all about the vibes. Fuck, man, now I'm thinking about Destroy All Humans Archipelago. Why did I do this to myself? No, I'm not gonna do it. I have too many projects. Let's see. Oh, motherfucker. Enjoy the goddamn plate bodies, you dipshit. Ah, I can't even teleport back there. I lost like 10 plate bodies. Shouldn't have brought the Amulet of Accuracy. I would have kept another one. jump over that spile. Fucking members. Okay, Stuff the Zombie was a weird game because it was made in the Halo 2 engine. Like, the UI and everything, like, it was Halo 2. Like, it felt really weird. But I still fucking love that fucking Sandman remix was a bop. Yeah. Give a dance battle to this really fucking awesome cover of Mr. Sandman. It was really good. Okay. Okay. Let's sell some things and see. Might not need to go back there. Somebody's camping them. Quite do that. Oh, hello! Thank you for the follow. You're just in time to see the end of this run next week. Let's just grab a bunch of stuff to sell and see if we can get to 12K that way. Some of these I'm going to go take to Falador, because I can sell them for more at the jewel shop there. It might never be done, but will it ever be stable? I just said I was going to go to the fucking store. Actually, let's go to Alpha. Upgrades faster. I will sell my tin and bronze garbage. I mean, if you want to try the Sims 4 randomizer on our exclamation point Discord, there is an async coming up with the theme of not fighting a final boss, and you can't fight your boss in Sims 4. Yeah. The final boss of The Sims is capitalism. Wait, there is a boss in The Sims? What the fuck? That's weird. Yeah, 10 minutes. I don't think we're quite gonna make it. We're gonna need a couple more steel plate bodies, but now knowing that there's somebody out there who's, PKing Iron Men for their spades, I'll probably just grab a couple and then dip. Or I could smith things, I don't know. I think I have about 6k. I'm about halfway what I need for the quest. We probably could have gotten done in time to do something if we didn't get PK'd with all of those. Yeah, I need 6 more. Give us something to do while we wait for our cooldown. Let's unequip these so that way we keep more plate bodies attacked. Just bring a normal knife or let's while I'm here, I'm gonna grab the planks that I'm gonna need. They're right up here in the graveyard. And I'm gonna take them back to the bank. All right. some energy back walking close to me. If we have to go long to get this done today, I'll go long. So we're gonna beat RuneScape today at least. If I get PK'd again before I get these, I'm literally gonna go to the iron and I'm gonna trade them on from my main. Fuck it. Yeah, sorry. I was silent for a bit. But yeah, no, the RuneScape music is just a vibe. So, let's see. I need 6,000 more. Steel plate bodies are 1,200 whenever the store is not overstocked, but the store is almost always overstocked. So I'm gonna consider them to be worth slightly less than 1,000. So that means 6. Let me get 8 plate bodies, and if I die, I'll keep 3. So, because I dropped off my other stuff. I can't overstay my welcome here. Somebody's out and about. I just need to make sure that I'm hopping through worlds in the same direction as this other guy. And I'll basically just catch them on the second cycle. Yeah, there we go. So I do a little bit of scouting. If I find a world, I go one direction. See if there's a steel plate body there. If there's not, I go the other direction. So right now I am iterating through all of the worlds backwards, which it seems like our intrepid PKer was as well. And there's more worlds than you can fit steel plate bodies in an inventory. Yeah, there he is. Of course. Well, I kept 3. It's not like I can, like, the whole point is that I have to hop worlds. I can't just go to a different world. And this is still the fastest way to get this fucking money. There isn't a faster way. At least this time I got to keep 3. Alright. I'm gonna go do the less expensive parts of this quest, and hopefully he'll have gotten bored and left by then. Alternative. Hang on. Let me see something. $79. Combat levels. 58. Oh, fuck. Man, he's too low level for me to attack on my main. Does anybody happen to have a RuneScape account around level 90? I will fund you. I will buy you whatever gear. Just chase him off of the fucking, like, plate bodies. It's close. It's close enough. But yeah, like, you know what? Let me, real quick. Let me see. Guys, field plate bodies, so I can finish OSRS on Big Blazer. All right, we'll see. There's somebody who's PKing at the steel plate bodies, and I need the money to do this quest. And he's too low level for my main to attack him. Let's see. For the silt, it's like I need to go to Alcarid. Like, that's the thing. Like, my main could show up and, like, fart on him and he'd die, but you can't attack somebody who's that much lower level than you, even that deep. Yeah, it's just the fact that, like, you know, I've had to level up a decent bit in order to be able to fight Elvar. I'm gonna get a little bit of clay. Are there coal rocks here? I don't think there's coal rocks here. But there are some where I'm going, so. This is level 32. He's level 58, and the area there is like level 45 wilderness. So he's able to attack basically anybody lower level than him. You'd need to be like a fucking fresh off tutorial island level 3, where you would just get dumpstered by the Black Knights trying to get to the area. If you're high enough level to survive getting there, he can attack you. He's probably a pure build, so it's a range pure probably, so he's specifically designed for that bracket. But it's free to play, so even if you're not like a pure or skilled in PvP, bigger numbers gonna do much better because all he has is a fucking maple short bow and snare. Right, so now we're having this. The story here is we went to the Champions Guild and it's just like, I want some cool ass armor. He's like, go talk to this armor smith guy. And then I talked to him and he's like, I'm not giving you that armor. You're a fucking noob. And in order to prove we're not a noob, we have to kill a dragon. I need a little bit of coal. Need 6 coal. Yeah, mining in free to play is really tough. I wish they'd give mining a pass like they did woodcutting, where it is no longer competitive. That you don't get less resources when other people are mining. One more. One more. Motherfucker, you one-ticked it. You know, I could try the stronghold. That's money, actually. Can't do the whole thing without setting up an authenticator, which I just am too lazy to do. But I only need 2,000. I can do the first 2 floors. It's right here. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do that. Let me get one last pull first. High enough level that I can skip the first floor. That's good. Oh, fuck yeah. That's enough already. I do like to have a little bit more spending money. I'm gonna try this. Okay, I don't have enough to get through this one easy. So yeah, this is the Stronghold of Security. It was added a while back as a way of teaching people not to fucking give their accounts away. Okay, here's the thing. If you have the plugin that tells you the answers, it's legitimately faster than mash clicking through them. You can keep clicking on the things and they will eventually let you through without answering the question. But I have done enough dead man mode. If you have, like, if you just have the plugin, it tells you exactly which one to do, it's faster this way. So, not answering the questions is actually cringe. But yeah, no, they added this dungeon. All of these doors ask you some sort of dead simple, basic account security questions. Like, what should you do if somebody comes up and asks you, hey, what's your password? There we go, 1,500. That's enough. I can't do the rest because I don't have an authenticator. But that still is pretty good. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, if we had a Stronghold of Security equivalent in real life, things would be a whole lot easier. Like, if in order to fucking get your first paycheck, you had to go through a dungeon full of minotaurs that said, what do you say if a Nigerian prince asks you to wire him 1,000 money? Yeah, you need to set it up with, like, Google Authenticator. You need to set up 2-factor in order to do the bottom 2 floors, which gets you another 5,000 coins. But yeah. Yeah, they added this in and they gave you, like, some like money, and there's also some unique monsters that aren't anywhere else in free to play. It's a pretty decent dungeon, actually. It's just got a really weird, unimmersive gimmick. Yeah, we need one of those for real life. Okay, so here's the thing. You would think that Gen Z would be really good at the internet, but like, I have seen enough people, enough young people, who have absolutely no fucking idea how to compute. Like, they grew up on the internet, but they grew up in an era where the internet was all completely user-friendly and sanitized. Yeah. So there's a point where it's like it's like a bell curve, you know? You got people who are old and don't understand how computers work, and then people who are new. Okay. Inaris, I don't need you to bully somebody anymore. I forgot that I hadn't done the stronghold yet, so I got my money that I needed. But I needed the 10k for Dragon Slayer, and there was some guy who was just fucking world hopping and who just kept killing me for it. And it's not like I can go to a different world. The whole point is you need to hit all of them. I appreciate coming for the rescue. A little earlier, maybe, and well, I mean, if I'd remembered earlier that I had the stronghold, I wouldn't have needed as much. But yeah, I got enough now. Well, thank you for coming out. I appreciate the effort. But yeah, if you want to stick around, I'm doing Dragon Slayer, so. Alright. So we're coming here, we're getting silk, and we are making the steel bars for the, for the nails. You're not the silk trader. You're a silk trader. I do like these little mini games where you can like haggle NPCs for better deals on things. That guy, he sells them for 3, but if you say no, then he'll offer it for 2. It was a lot more interesting whenever that was a reasonably decent, like that was an actual amount of money that you would be worried about spending. Why? Yeah, I was gonna say, why did you change the game? I had it set. This is the right version of RuneScape. Okay. Okay, testing it here. Yeah, we're good. Lobster pot, Port Sarah. Mind bomb, Palador, unfired bowl. I will do in Barbarian Village. Just need a jug, some other form of water receptacle, which I don't have on me. It's unfortunate. Next is Port Sarum, where we're going to go pay a goblin because I don't want to fucking level up magic on this account. Oop. Click on that. Yeah, so 5 games before the finale, because the finale is definitely going to have Cleat. It might have anything that I don't get done in the next couple of days. Get the anti-dragon shield. Horatio. Alright, got it. And I would rather die than use the north staircase. What's wrong with the north staircase? If you have to ask, then you are the enemy. Benny, time yourself out. Time yourself out for your transgressions. Dude, fuck off. I'm just walking. I'm not breaking into your jail. I'm going to the fucking fishing store. Fuck off. Come on, man. I'm just walking. Is that... Who is that? Is that like an alt? I hope that's an alt. You didn't just time out some random person. If it's an alt, that's actually hilarious. Okay, well played. Well played, you got me. Well, Ferris, you're in luck. There's about to be 28 options. Cat Jam's in the chat. Okay, I do like RuneScape. It is a fun game. Like, there is a lot of tedious grinding, but there is a fun game under all of that. It has a very interesting combat system that a lot of other games don't. Yeah, that's the thing. The thing that's really good about RuneScape is that it can go between the most, like, brutally hardcore, absolute focus, constantly staying on for 6 hours, clicking everything perfectly, or I have this on while I'm listening to a podcast and I'm collecting ore. All right, there we go. Got the map piece. That's what we needed all that money for. So yeah, in some ways, it's like, imagine if you were playing Cookie Clicker, but every once in a while, you could spend your cookies on a really fucking good Diablo ring. Like, some of the, and also, like, the quests are good. I love the story of everything. There's so much to just learn about the game world and so many different kooky ways to play it. I do legitimately enjoy playing RuneScape. There are a lot of people who are Stockholm syndromed into the game, who are playing it just because they want the number go up. But I do, like, I feel like I have a fairly healthy relationship with RuneScape. I'm not sitting here being like, ugh, I have to go do quests. Skip. Like, I read through the dialogue and everything. I'm skipping through them now because I'm on a time limit. Like, I don't want to waste a bunch of everybody's time reading all of the quest dialogue all the time. But, like, it's a good game. I like it. All right. Grab these. Pick up our Wizard's Mind Bomb. And we'll make a detour in Barbarian Village to spin this clay. And then we'll take care of the Oracle's map piece. Yeah, free-to-play, I would say. Free-to-play is not actually that fun, really. It's kind of a demo. Members is fun. And I am always down for a league. Like, I fucking love leagues. Members logic isn't released. You can generate with it. It is absolutely untested. I still haven't made the changes to the client to actually let you do anything beyond it being a manual yet. But Ferris has been working on it and has made huge strides. And I'm glad because, to be honest, whenever they canceled Project Xanaris, it kind of took the wind out of my sails and I just sort of gave up. Now, here's the question. Will they let us merge it? Like, once we get it and it's working, like, it's not against the rules. I kind of want to see what they'll say. I'll just submit it, and it's just like, all right, here's an archipelago seed with 15,000 items. At minimum, that takes a year. Yeah, we would need to, like, put in a thing that basically just said, skip this if you're doing an all test. Yeah. Yeah, Stardew also has a lot of, like, makes the tests take forever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Ferris. Yeah, there's a point where it's just like, there's a point where this should stop and we have clearly passed it, but let's keep going and see what happens. Runelight still hasn't looked at my pull request since I made the changes they asked for. Alright, there was a puzzle here, like a riddle, but ain't got time for that shit. Alright, now it's time for Melzar's map piece. If nothing else, Ferris, you are doing some wonderful debugging work for the Chunk Picker GitHub. What's level 82? There's a couple things in here that are strong, but I'm not going to fight them legitimately. Yeah, I'm not fucking fighting anything. You never do. It takes way too long to train in free-to-play without access to the Nightmare Zone. I am going to stop by and I'm going to grab my backpack full of kebabs. So, I have thought a bit about, with the members logic, of essentially doing a, like, chunk path yourself to some boss, like a Fight Caves or Vorkath or something, on an already existing main as a sync viable randomizer. I have also legitimately thought of, fuck it, I'll do it myself, and learning how to set up a private server. But it's actually very hard. It is very difficult. It'd be like fantastically against terms of service, but fuck them. They canceled my Xanaris. I'm gonna make it myself. Yeah, Maine wouldn't like that, but Maine doesn't need to know. Okay, this section is very annoying because it's a very old part of the game. So the thing is that you kill specific enemies to get the key, right? The problem is that this was an area made in RuneScape 1, so it isn't a multi-combat zone, meaning you can only be attack or be attacked by one thing. So I can't attack the ghost I need to kill because this fucker is attacking me. So I have to kill him first and hope that I can attack this one. Yes, RuneScape. Beyond that too. Let's get some defense. We're almost done with RuneScape. This is the last stream of RuneScape. We'll do fun stuff later. Really want to get that specific skeleton and not anybody else. These guys are annoying and there's a lot of them. And if I have to go all the way over there, I'm gonna have to fight like 6 fucking skeletons. I just need him to come a little bit closer. Or get these guys to get out of the way. That works. Yeah! Yeah, so the kebabs heal a random amount. So I want to try to wait to eat them until as late as possible. In case it's a very good one that heals like 12. I don't want to waste it. I don't want to overheal. Yeah, those binary files will do it for you. Like that's where all of your file size is gonna go. Motherfucker. Okay, so if I go over here and I walk under this zombie. There we go. Got him trapped behind the other one so I could switch him. Yeah, how goes the horse races? I don't know any of them other than Bakashin because you showed me that song, which is just Bakashin saying her name over and over again. So by default, Bakashin is my favorite horse. Is Bakashin winning? Yeah. Go Bakashin, my little idiot. Melzar the Mad. Is everybody at the races together? He's a little tough, so I'm going to start to show you how we're going to be doing all of our fights from now on. And yes, this guy is mad, so he's just going to say a bunch of random crap whenever I attack him. So what we're doing here is a strategy called flinching. Oh, I didn't get out fast enough. Ah, fuck. Okay, so he can't reach me on this corner here. And because of the way that the pathfinding works, where they try to move east, west, before they move north, south, he'll keep moving into this, and he's not going to... Yeah, I need to turn off. And he's not going to go up, right? So whenever you attack an enemy, they enter combat, and that starts their attack cooldown, right? So they don't attack the tick that they enter combat. It starts as if they had just attacked. It's their normal attack speed. So if I hit him and I get back in here, okay, that one might have been a little too early. I need to wait for him to exit combat. How is he attacking? How is he still attacking? I guess he queued up a bunch of those. I need to wait for him to get out of combat, which normally is whenever their health bar disappears, but he's being a little weird. So I hit him, and then I immediately run back into here before his attack cooldown is up, so he can't hit me. It's actually a little bit before the health bar goes away. If you've got, like, a metronome counter on, counting at the game's 100 beats per minute, it can... you can go a little bit faster than the health bar disappearing. But it's not much faster. It's like a tick faster each time, which does add up if you're doing it for a long time, but isn't really worth the effort, I think. Should be 2 more actual attacks that land on average. Nope, that was too early. I'm going to give him a little extra time. He did that cabbage summoning animation. Yeah, I didn't give him enough extra time. How is he still attacking me? Weird. His non-attack animations seem to kind of break this somehow. I don't know. There we go. Now the demon. This'll take a while. Whoops. Oh, this is not the final boss. Elvarg is way higher level than this demon. I'm gonna switch to accurate. Actually, what's my slash is high? Now we just need to do that about 12 more times. Like, actually land the hit 12 more times. No, the rat! There's a rat there. I clicked on the rat. I need to make sure to actually use my shift click, walk under, which lets me walk to a tile without attacking anything on it. This might be a while. Anybody have any topics of conversation to bring up while I'm just fucking flinching bosses to death? This is gonna be like this probably for another like 30, 40 minutes. Between this and Elvarg. It'll be better whenever my strength starts to come back from that drain spell. Yeah, whatever. If it's something that you mentioned earlier and I didn't get to it, let's just... we're having a just chatting session while I slap this demon. Yeah, New Horizons? I mean, it has some gameplay, I guess. Okay, I might need to actually fight this guy. Just try to tank it. Yeah, I'm still flinching this demon, who is, I think, regenerating faster than I can kill him. Oh, that's a good hit. That's a good fucking hit. I really need my strength drain to go away. Ooh, solid. Another one. That's good. 3 good hits in a row. C++, at least it's not Java. Which is all of the pain of, like, all of the bad, confusing parts about programming in C++, but without the actual usefulness of C++. I like C#. That's my go-to language if I have to do something. Where are those hits at? I don't want ones. I want sixes. I can't hit a 6 until my strength comes back, but... Okay, I took a hit for that, but I think it was worth it. I misclicked on my prayer orb. But I hit him, so... Yeah, Elvarg will be a while. 30, 31, 18. I have flinched Elvarg to death with a bronze two-hander before. Okay, you know what? Let's fight in normally. Let's just try to do some damage to it. Yeah, no, let's not. Made of fucking toilet paper. That did speed things up a good bit, though, getting a couple of hits in there. Ooh, good hit. Yeah, if I had ranged, I could just safe spot him and attack him at a normal pace, but this account has been trained almost entirely through the 5-minute pre-roll between every, like, before every episode. Like, let's see. Yeah, 1 day, 5 hours total playtime on this account. I need to see what SMBX2 is. I've heard about it, but I've never played it. I'm at least netting damage on him. Once I got my strength back up, that was actually kind of huge. Yeah, I know what it is, but I should play it, see like what it's all about. Yeah, fuck it. Maybe that's another one of those things I can do between misers. That's Interesting. I might try some SMVX too. Also, I haven't played Mega Maker in a long time. I should go back. They've added basically all of the remaining content from, like, everything. And to answer your question, Benny, HTML is not a programming language, but you can embed programming languages in it. CSS5 can be used like a programming language. It's got a lot of new features that give it actual control flow. You can, of course, embed JavaScript, which is a programming language. HTML itself is more similar to like XML or JSON, which is just a thing that you use with a program. Yeah. I mean, JavaScript is a programming language. It lets you create programs. It has control flow. It has conditionals and loops. It ticks all the boxes. HTML isn't. You can't, like, big thing is, you can't do an if statement in HTML without some sort of library on top of it. Yeah, it's a frustratingly terrible programming language, but it still counts. And yes, Mega Maker is still getting updated. They're still adding stuff to it. And that's why I haven't played it in a long time. Like, I played it a bunch when it came out. I should go back and play. I had a couple of fairly well-received levels. I was one of the only people who was making puzzle levels for the first, month or so. I did some of the weekly Kaizo races, never did well, but yeah, that's the HTML. You can't make a Turing machine out of HTML. It's not Turing complete. Yes, you can make a Turing machine in Magic the Gathering, which makes Magic the Gathering a programming language. Oh, well, that was a little too early, but I got a max hit, and he didn't hit me back, so that was pretty good. Getting a little impatient because he's getting close to dead. Come on, man. Yeah, I haven't played Mega Maker since they added the ability to, like, find weapons in the map, which is a huge thing that I would have loved to have whenever the game came out. Make fucking Metroidvanias. Yeah, it would be nice if you could just make anything infinite. I ran into a couple of problems with that on some of my puzzle levels. It was possible to soft block yourself because there were some places that I didn't expect somebody to run out of weapon energy, and I didn't put in a way to get it back. Because I very specifically did not want them to have cluster. I did a lot of, like, flash stopper and skull barrier things, with the idea being that skull barrier makes you immune to spikes, flash stopper stops hazards, but you can't have both active at the same time. So that was one of my puzzle levels. It's called Stop and Go Station, named after a Donkey Kong level that I like. And that was the idea, is that you would have to use the flash stopper to freeze hazards, but you couldn't keep it on all the time because you also had to keep switching back to skull barrier to walk across spikes. So close to dead, man. Come on. It really is impressive how much faster this got whenever that strength drain wore off. one max hit less when you have this low of a max hit is a pretty fucking big deal. I just need one more hit. One more high roll, and he's dead. That wasn't a high roll. Fuck. That wasn't a high roll either. Come on, give me a 5 or a 6. Yeah, that's what I always wanted to do, was like make a Metroidvania level like that. And now it's possible, but you, with the limited ammo, it does make it a little difficult. Another level I made, like, I can't remember what it was called. It was a pretty fun one. So the idea is that you had to escort Pharaoh Man through a level. Like, you had a level with like your platforming gimmick and whatnot, and then off on the side there was Pharaoh Man, and then there were these little gates that you had to shoot with your Mega Buster from the side to open it up to drop him down into the next room. There we fucking go. Because at the end of the level there was a Pharaoh shot door that you couldn't open because you didn't have Pharaoh shot. You had to have Pharaoh Man open it for you. And then I gave you the option to either like let Pharaoh Man live or or drop him into a pit and kill him. So it was mercy or genocide. All right. There we go. I need to go make those nails now. Now that's interesting. Where you would have to give up something to get something else. Is that something you can do in Mega Maker? I'm not sure. I know that they've made it so you can find new weapons. You make it so that you have to drop them off. Ooh, that's cool. All right. Ooh, you can actually give like controls as it drops. Okay. I'm gonna play Mega Maker. I'm gonna go read down. Fuck it. I'll do a couple streams of Mega Maker levels. I don't know. Drink my boost juice. And then make nails. Alright, time to go kill the dragon. Which will take a while. And charm costs? I don't know what... I'm not sure what you mean by that. Ah, okay. I'm not sure how that tracks with max skill level though. That might be a little beyond me. I'm not seeing the connection. All right. Default value. Skill names. Okay. Yep, it is time for the final boss. My fucking hodgepodge of random foodstuffs I've acquired throughout the run. There's still a little bit more I have to do. I have to buy this boat, fix the boat, then go get a captain who wouldn't want to join unless I had the map and the boat fixed. Um, I want to sprint. I need all of my run energy. I really like this song in particular. This one is like the perfect chill vibes to RuneScape 2. Nightfall. Yeah. That beef ain't gonna do much, but might as well. I don't intend to take damage, but I do occasionally mess up. Alright. Time to go kill a dragon! Very slowly. So the pies, I'm pretty sure I can eat those. I think I do normal food first, then pie. That should help if I accidentally eat shit from a dragonfire breath. Kind of wish I had an Addy two-hander, but like the long sword will do. Oh, we're going into spooky. All right. I'm just gonna run a quick DPS calc and see, because my sword is better at slashing, but Elvarg is weaker to stab. So give me a second. All right. So we're going to get a cutscene here that I can't skip. So enjoy that while I'm doing my fucking damage calc. Oh, I do need to match the text. West gets a big dramatic cutscene. So long, Cabin Boy Jenkins. Second. Let's see. It looks like stab will be slightly better. Just barely. Yeah, so that's the thing. There's a lot of, like, random places that you can find, planks in, like, especially in, like, free-to-play stuff, like the wilderness, and, they're used for, like, quest things, but they are valuable as construction experience. Like, there are several, money-making guides that are basically like, okay, I have the thing open. I reported the bug to the throwing system developers. They're working on fixing it, but it just goes to sleep sometimes, and I don't know why. Also, I'm lagging. Okay, there we go. Need to go open the shortcut in case I die. Okay, give me a second. try to fix this. Okay, I don't know if the throwing system things are going to be working. They're working on it. And because this happened now, I can actually go... I can send them the logs from this, which will help. So don't throw anything. It's probably not going to work. All right. Ow. All right, let's give it a second. I need to be out there long enough to draw it in the rest of the way. And here we go. Now we begin the very slow process of killing this fuck-ass dragon. You know what? Give me a second. Before I start, I'm gonna regenerate some. Up. Uh, yeah, let's start the clock. All right, 10%. Ooh, good hit. Alrighty. So anyway, oh fuck, that was too early. All right. Who's got other stuff they want to talk about? Who's interested in hearing Digi's hot takes on stuff? I could talk about the new Superman movie. It was very good. I liked it a lot. I was kind of apprehensive because I just haven't liked the Superman movie in a really long time. Like, they've just all been awful. But this one's actually finally good. Like, I really liked it. I thought it was great. In general, just the Superman, the acting was really good. Like, okay, I don't want to like do spoilers. I'm not going to go too far and talk about specific things. But there's one moment that I don't think a lot of people are going to talk about, but because it's not flashy, it's not even like a particularly good bit of dialogue, like a big wham line or anything. It's just really well acted. Um, Pretty early on in the movie, the plot is basically at one point Superman intervenes in an invasion by one sovereign nation into another, right? And he intervenes and he stops them from invading and killing civilians. Um, I mean, I could, but I'm also I could do the menu swap, but I'm shift clicking, so we're good. But what's it? So Superman intervenes. He stops an invasion of like killing these civilians or whatever, and it's causing a big stink because the people that invaded their neighboring country were technically U.S. allies, and people are being like, "Oh, Superman going against the government. He's like declaring war and all this stuff," and that's the plot. It's very, very straightforward, common Superman plot. Superman does something that is generally good, but technically illegal, and everybody's upset about that, right? And so he's giving an interview with Lois Lane in the early parts of the movie. And like, this is an established Superman, so Lois already knows that Superman is Clark Kent, and all that. But like, so she's just doing this interview as just a sort of way of, you know, bolstering her career and also just kind of talking about it because he doesn't like to talk about it with her. And like, there's just this one line where he's just like, Lois Lane is giving legitimately good questions. Like, you know, did you think about the consequences of like the potential like retaliation against the US and escalating tensions could be causing a war or whatever? And then Superman just shouts out, he's just like, people were going to die, Lois. And it's just, there's so much like he says, he's like tears in his eyes, and I'm like, that is such a good fucking Superman moment. That's really it. Like, Superman will not let people get hurt in front of him, no matter what. Like, no matter what kind of people, whether they're good or bad, he just will not let people get hurt. And he delivers it like, I can't even remember the actor's name, the new actor for Superman. But like, he just delivers it with so much like raw emotion. Is such a good line delivery. Like, a lot of the acting scenes, like, they're really subdued. You're not going to think about it. People aren't going to talk about it, but there's a couple of just really good beats where the actors are definitely selling the characters' emotions, like purely through like the face or their inflections and whatnot. Lex Luthor has a particularly good one that I'm not going to go into more details because I can't describe it without doing spoilers. And unless everybody in my chat, every single viewer sounds off and says they've seen the Superman movie, because I don't want to fucking have people be like, oh my god, I can't believe you ruined Superman. I do think you should watch it. David Corn Sweat, that's the name. Just like it. Something C. Yeah, David Corn Sweat. Fantastic job as Superman. Like, just the way he acts as Clark and Superman. And that's the thing, like, he really sells the difference between Clark Kent and Superman. He does a great job of being two different people there. It makes you actually believe that the glasses would fool people. Because that's the thing. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, he just puts on glasses. The worst disguise ever. But the thing is that, like, Superman doesn't wear a mask. No one has any reasons to believe Superman is just a guy normally. They think, like, he's just Superman. He's Superman all the time. They have no reason to think that he would be disguised as someone else. So, like, if you were on the bus and you saw a guy who looked like exactly like Steve Buscemi, but he was wearing glasses, you wouldn't be like, I bet that's Steve Buscemi in a disguise. You would say, holy shit, that guy looks a lot like Steve Buscemi. And you could ask him and you could say that and he'd be like, yeah, I get that a lot. And it's just, that's the thing. It's like, nobody has any reason to assume that Clark Kent is Superman because they have no reason to assume Superman is anybody other than Superman. Yeah, it happens in real life. There are a lot of times where people can just put on fucking glasses. And because that's the thing. If you don't, yeah, Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk doesn't even put on glasses. He just is older. Like, oh fuck, are the Halloween things? Are they still going on? I don't know. They've actually been kind of broken. Oh, also my timer is extend it. There we go. But yeah, I'm really glad that there's a good Superman. I just clicked on my back. I need to get all Bart stuff again. Okay, we're good. I knew that was too early. I just wanted to get the health bar up so that I could know when it was safe to click again. I think the timing might have been a little bit off because I had to switch the screens around and that resets the pumpkin animations. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people will see, like, if you see somebody and they look like, you know, somebody looked like Superman with glasses, you might even think to yourself, I think that might actually be Superman. But just out of social awkwardness and the possibility that you're wrong, you're probably not going to go and be like, you're Superman. You just be like, oh man, I think that guy's Superman. It's actually a Family Guy bit that sums it up, and it's not even about Superman. It's like Brian and Stewie are on a train, I think, and it's just like, is that Tom Bosley up there? I don't know. It kind of looks like Tom Bosley. Well, ask him. I'm not going to ask him. You ask him. Am I muted again? No, okay, cool. Yeah, you were muted. Yeah. And then he's just like, Tom! And then he holds up a newspaper to like act cool. Just like, did he look? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. It's like, well, if I call him, you have to look. Tom Bosley! Did he look? No, I don't think it's him. And that's what I feel like it would be like if Superman were real. You'd see him and you'd be like, Superman! And he wouldn't look because he's disciplined like that. And then you'd be like, okay, I guess he's not Superman. But yeah. Anyway, I fucking love this Superman. There's a bit where he's like fighting a giant monster who's attacking the city, and like shrapnel is falling and he's flying around and he's rescuing people. Like, he's doing his Superman things, and he fucking rescues a squirrel. Like, a squirrel is about to get crushed by a falling car, and he zooms in and he rescues the squirrel. And at that point, like, I see that and I turn to my wife and I'm just like, okay, it's a good Superman movie. You got me. Because she had to kind of twist my arm to go, because I'm just like, I don't want to go see them fucking butcher Superman for another 2 hours. Like, Yeah, apparently they were gonna cut that scene and James Gunn had to fight tooth and nail to keep that scene. But like, it's such a good scene. Like, it's so Superman. He sees a squirrel about to get crushed by a fucking Buick, and he goes and he rescues the squirrel. Like, it's so Superman. I love it. Yeah. Now, there's a lot of people who don't quite get the point of Superman, right? Like, because they don't engage with superheroes that same way. The superheroes are the power fantasy for them to like fight the bad guys. But Superman is a power fantasy for like helping people, you know? The issue is that a lot of people are just like, oh man, if I were Superman, I'd, fight all these guys or whatnot. But like, nobody's thinking like, if I had the powers of Superman, I would help so many goddamn people. It's God, I can't remember. I think it might have been no, I don't think it was Penny Arcade. I don't remember who it was. It was somebody was like made a comic or whatever where they were talking, it was like Mass Effect. They were talking Paragon and Renegade, right? And it's just like, why would you play Paragon? Like, you're in a video game with no consequences. You could do whatever you want. Like, why are you still picking all the good options? And then the other guy is just like, because my unfiltered power fantasy of unachievable dreams with no limitations is to be able to save as many people as I can. And I like that. Like, that's how I feel. I always do the good routes. You saw, like, my goal for Undertale was neutral, and I still couldn't even bring myself to eat the fucking snowman piece. Like, yeah, I don't do the villain shit. I like Paragon. And that's the thing, a lot of like prestige TV doesn't do it for me because I legitimately like to have a purely good hero. Like, I watched Game of Thrones for a while and I read the books. But after the second one, it ran out of protagonists and I stopped caring. Right? Like, I was sitting there and I'm like, oh, I want to see, like, the adventures of Eddard Stark. And then he dies. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess now we're going to follow his son. Right? And like, they're the good people. And then Robb Stark dies. And I'm just like, I don't care about any of the remaining people. I don't give a shit about any of these characters. I hope they all fail and die. Like, and I just bounced out. I stopped after season 2. Like, every character that I got behind died. And hey, there we go. 15 minutes. Yeah, 15-20. Yeah. Boom! We're hamstered. I have to go turn in the quest. Wait, why the fuck am I going that way? Oh, wait, actually, it's closer if I go through Clan Wars. Why isn't the voice working? Hang on. Let me fix it. To resync the thing. I swear, this Twitch API change just ruined, like, all of my fucking plugins. And that's what I was talking about. I gotta update all of them. Okay. There we go. I've gone into bean mode. Tell you what. I'll get you another one for free. Let's... Boom. There we go. You get another one for free. Yeah, it used to work, but like, yeah, that's the thing. They've got like some sort of fucking like timeout thing that they do now, where like the API keys expire. Oh fuck, you're right. No, okay, it worked. Yeah, okay. I've realized what the problem was, guys. Remember when my fucking microphone didn't work?
Remember earlier when my microphone didn't work? And then I had to go and reconnect it? I reconnected it to my raw microphone, not to voice mod. That's what it was. That was the thing that broke. It was working the whole time. I was
Ranting about the Twitch API, but it was my fault. Yeah, okay. So the Twitch API thing still is the reason why the throwing system keeps breaking. They're working on a bug, like a fix for it. I just fucking said it didn't work, Ring. That one, you just spent those points for nothing. I was literally in the process of saying that it didn't work. But yes, I'm gonna go send them the logs and hopefully they'll have a fix out for that soon. It just loses authentication and I don't know why. No one really knows why. They're still gathering information, trying to find it. But for now, we are done. Woo! That's RuneScape completed. The throwing doesn't work. Stop spending redeems on it or you're just throwing your money away. At this point, you've been warned. I do need to reconnect to the multi-world. It'll send. Don't worry. Give me a second. Lots of level ups. Okay. Give me a second. I need to restart the thing. And then it should send the goal. So I'm restarting. Whenever this thing's acting fucking weird, what I need to do is just restart RuneLight. It'll send. Just give me a sec. I also realized that I was accidentally running it on the old client, not my from source one. So that was probably really what happened. It couldn't send anything because it didn't have the compressed WebSocket thing. Okay. Is it not sending? I can send the goal. For whatever reason, I'm not seeing the activity showing up on the tracker. Like, it doesn't even seem to notice my connection. send? It didn't send. Hang on. This is the most broken client from the 0.6.2 update. So, yeah, it looks like it's not sending any checks. Give me a sec. The IDs are the same because they're always pulled from the same, like, the source documents. That's why I have that really weird circuitous method of pulling them from a CSV on GitHub. So the IDs are always the same. Okay. Sure. Try sending something. Okay. This ain't working. Give me a moment. Oh, it is seeing my IntelliJ as RuneScape. Give me a sec. Yeah, I could just use that, but give me one moment. Let me try running it from source here. It's building. Ooh. Nope, that's not the right window. There we go. Okay. Running from source. And if this doesn't work, then I have that tool that Benny sent. I'll just do a release here so we can look at the stuff, and then I'll mark the thing complete with that tool. Connect. Yeah, if the plugin just never sent goals the entire time. I have a feeling this is very much related to the updates. Yeah, let me try that script there. First, let me just... There we go. I'm doing the release here, and then I'll figure out how to mark it off stream, so that it can just mark as goal. Yeah, the ocarina for Link's Awakening. That's what we needed. Oh, and another key for Shivers, which might or might not have been necessary. I'm not sure. Yeah, so that was good. We went a little late because some asshole kept killing me in the wilderness. And now, like all of my other randomizer characters, this one will stand here right in front of Oziak, immortalized forever. Yeah, I'll have to. I'll fiddle with the script a little bit. But yeah, I also need to check that that plugin and see why it's not sending anything. I might still have some more work to do on that. Anyway, I have so many fucking characters that I can test membership on. Uh but anyway, that is RuneScape down. Link's Awakening is now ready, and Shivers and Lufia. I think I'm gonna do Lufia next. I'm just gonna try to get it out of the way. It'll probably take another stream day. And then I bet we can do. I don't know how long Shivers will be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll take it. We'll play it by ear. I'm sorry this took too long, but well, thank you everybody for coming out here today. We are ending the series a week from today. Isn't that awesome? We're finally gonna be done with this after a fucking year and a half. I can't wait. But I will see you on the next one for more progress. Until then, I will leave you all with this life advice. Test your code more. Make sure that it sends goals. I'm sorry, I'm taking too long. Jack and Stein, I will fucking, I'm sorry. Anyway. Good night, everybody.